You've heard about His love, but have you ever felt it? Not the kind that fades when you fail, but the kind that finds you, right in the middle of your mess. The love of the Father. It's not earned, it's not bought, it's not built on your perfection. It's built on His promise. I used to think God's love was for people who had it all together, the ones who didn't fall, didn't doubt, didn't drift. But then I fell, and His love didn't leave. It met me on the floor and whispered, "I'm still here." That's what separates His love from every other kind. People's love is conditional. It runs out. It changes when you do. But the Father's love, it stays. It doesn't flinch at your failure. It doesn't recoil at your weakness. It doesn't walk away when you're broken. It moves closer. Romans 5:8 says, "While we were still sinners, Christ died for us." That means His love didn't wait for you to be clean. It reached down into your dirt and called you worthy anyway. You've been taught to hide your flaws, to fake your strength, to pretend you're fine. But the Father says, "Show me your wounds. I'm not scared of them." He says, "Let me see what you tried to bury. I can bring life out of that." The love of the Father is not fragile. It's fierce. It fights for you when you stop fighting for yourself. It covers you when shame tries to expose you. It runs after you when guilt tells you to hide. That's who He is. Some of you keep wondering, why does God still love me after everything? Because love isn't what He does. It's who He is. He can't stop being love. He can't stop being good. He can't stop being Father. The prodigal son learned that. He rehearsed his apology all the way home, thinking maybe his father would take him back as a servant. But before he even finished his speech, the father ran. He didn't wait. He didn't hesitate. He ran. Because love always runs faster than shame. That's what the love of the Father looks like. It runs toward the ones everyone else.
But He's waiting for honesty. Because love can't heal what you won't reveal. He's not asking you to fix yourself. He's asking you to trust Him. Some of you think you're too far gone. But if you were really too far gone, grace wouldn't still be chasing you. And yet here you are, still breathing, still hearing His call, still being pulled toward Him. That's not coincidence. That's love. The love of the Father goes where logic won't. It redeems what others would have thrown away. It builds beauty from brokenness. It turns shame into testimony. When you live in that kind of love, you stop begging for attention and start resting in acceptance. You stop living to be noticed and start living to make Him known. You stop chasing people who don't see your worth because the Father already called you chosen. You start walking different. You start praying different. You start loving different. Because when you know you're loved, you stop leading from insecurity and start living from identity. You realize you're not just forgiven. You're family. You're not just accepted. You're adopted. You're not just tolerated. You're treasured. Romans 8:15 says, "You received the Spirit of adoption, by whom we cry, Abba, Father." Abba, the most intimate word for Father. It means you don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to beg to be held. You just call, and He's there. That's why prayer isn't performance. It's presence. It's not about having perfect words. It's about having an open heart. Because love listens even when your voice shakes. The love of the Father will teach you to rest, to breathe, to stop trying to earn what was already given. You'll realize grace was never a reward for the righteous. It was a rescue for the broken. And when you let that truth sink in, your past loses its power. Shame loses its voice. Fear loses its grip. Because love casts out fear. Love rewrites your story. Love makes you new. You start to see yourself differently. Not as damaged, but delivered. Not as rejected.
You unshakable. Storms don't break you anymore. They just remind you who's holding you. The love of the Father doesn't promise an easy life, but it promises a steady hand, a safe place, a home that never closes its doors. So tonight, stop running. Stop doubting. Stop assuming you've gone too far. The Father still sees you, still wants you, still calls you mine. Come back. Come home. Come rest. Because His love is still enough. It always was. It always will be. The love of the Father. It's patient. It's powerful. It's personal. It doesn't run out. Doesn't give up. Doesn't let go. So when the lies start whispering again, remember who you are. You are loved. You are chosen. You are His. And that's the love of the Father. A love that never fails, never fades, never stops chasing you, even when you stop chasing Him. Let that sink in. You were never too broken to be loved. You were just too hurt to believe it. But now you know. Now you've heard. Now you can rest. Because the Father's love was never about what you could do. It was always about what He already did.